Good morning, Kirkwood. Today is Thursday, January 20th, and I'm Liv Timp. Boys Golf will be having an important informational meeting during homeroom and after announcements on Thursday, January 27th in N250. All boys interested in trying out for this year's team will need to attend. Anyone who is not able to make the meeting, please see Coach Gutjar in North 255. Kirkwood Pommies will be competing at Fort Zumwalt North competition on Saturday. If you have any announcements that you would like to be on KHTV, like club meetings or sports updates, please email us at kirkwoodbroadcasting@gmail.com. Now let's go to me and Landon with a quick review of a new movie, Licorice Pizza.
Hi, I'm Greg Marcus.
What's up, Kirkwood? Going to see Licorice Pizza.
Saw the movie.
Licorice Pizza initial review.
It was a mixed bag.
I've heard such mixed reviews. I've heard reviews that are immediately they hated it. Like, I've heard reviews from friends that are like, the movie's so good, I love it. Like, immediately they loved it. I walked out of the theater not knowing how to feel. Once I walk out of the theater, I know if I love that movie and I know if I hate that movie. I do not know if I like this movie or not. I'm still trying to decide if I can get over the weird plot and why it was so long because of the cinematography.
Like, it wasn't boring. It's a long movie. Real. It's almost like this bag is mixed.
It's not. It's just pink cotton candy.
It's called a metaphor.
After a couple days, we've polished our review and we have some more thoughts. First, the stuff we liked.
The cinematography was phenomenal. You know, we come in thinking that we wouldn't love the shots of this movie, but they're so good. There are times when out loud we said, like, that's a great shot.
Second, the costumes were amazing. This movie proves that the 70s were the peak of fashion because the colors in the clothes are all just so fun. The clothing makes the movie more fun to look at, which is something that I've noticed in movies before, but it was definitely very noticeable in this.
Third, the performances are incredible. From the two leads, Alana and Gary. Alana Hayam does such an incredible job as a first-time actress because she doesn't feel like a first-time actress. She perfectly portrays an immature 25-year-old trying to act mature. And Gary, played by Cooper Hoffman, is phenomenal at playing an immature, hot-headed teenager. Furthermore, the movie is hilarious, but not in like an, alright guys, time for a joke scene kind of way.
It's mostly very subtle. The editing is also very tongue-in-cheek, and it makes the movie a lot more dynamic and interesting.
Now for the stuff we really didn't like. The movie is really long. It feels a lot longer than 2 hours. But again, it's never boring. Something in the movie is always happening, so it's exciting.
I kind of disagree on that. I think there's this one scene where the main characters are in a restaurant with a couple famous actors. Anyway, I think it's really boring and a very ineffective way to show that Alana at her core is very immature, and the scene just goes on for way too long.
Secondly, the pacing is really weird. The first half of the movie is pretty normal, pacing-wise, but after that you kind of think like, oh, now this is the climax. But no, the movie keeps going.
And that gets very distracting. You kind of find yourself saying, like, literally, when is this going to end? At some point, it felt like just a collection of moments from these two people's lives that you don't really care about.
And then the ending comes, and it feels way too rushed. Their epiphany happens in, like, the last 5 minutes, and so it didn't really feel earned or satisfying.
That's pretty much our overall review. I would say one interpretation I personally had from the movie that Landon now agrees with me on is that Alana, you could say, is the main quote-unquote villain of the movie. I think she is constantly immature and blames Gary for her bad actions and decisions, even though Gary is 15, a child, and Alana is 25. She establishes and allows their illegal relationship to start and continue, despite acknowledging many times that it's extremely wrong. I see this as the point of the movie as well. I think it's really just there to illustrate the stagnation of Alana's maturity in a way. So, now it's time for the rating. Landon, what would you rate Licorice Pizza?
We've agreed on a cool 6.5 out of 10.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Licorice Pizza gets a 6.5 out of 10 from Landon and I personally would not probably go see it again. Definitely isn't a movie to discount as an interesting watch, but I think that if it strikes your fancy, by all means, go grab a seat at that theater. That's all for this Thursday, Kirkwood. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages for more updates, and make it a great day to be a pioneer.